Hello, and welcome to RuPaul's Drag Race Rejudged, where today I will be rejudging All Stars Season 4. First up, we have the Episode 1 variety show. I decided to put Gia Gunn and Mo Hart as the top two here. I think Mo's performance was branded really well, while Gia just displayed the best talent of the night. For the high placement, I decided to go with Trinity. I think her performance was pretty strong and branded really well, it just wasn't in the top two. I decided to keep the bottom three the same. Monet's singing was not great. Pheromone fell and messed up both of her takes, and Jasmine just bombed in terms of comedy. I think that thanks to Mo getting her wig stuck in the ceiling, Gio wins the lip sync, and I think in this timeline would send home Pheromone. Next up, we have the episode 2 Girl Groups Challenge. I decided to keep the tops exactly the same this week. Monet and Valentina were both the best in their groups, and I think Naomi had a really good and well branded verse and runway. For the bottom, I kept Manila as low, and for the bottom, I went with Gia Gunn and Jasmine Masters. I decided to put Gia in the bottom based off her performance and verse. While I don't really know how Jasmine would have done, I can't imagine it would be well enough to be safe over Manila. But Valentina and Monet lip sync to Into You. Valentina wins and sends home Jasmine. Next up, we have episode 3, which is Snatch Game. I know it is controversial, but I decided to put Manila and Trinity as the top two, which leaves Naomi as high. Trinity was the clear best in the Snatch Game and did well on the runway. Naomi got screwed by the format. I think she was funnier than Manila. She just happened to be in Trinity's group. But Manila was easily the best in her group, and in my opinion, the clear best on the runway that night. As for the bottoms, I decided to put Monet as low and Gia and Latrice in the bottom. Monet is saved by her runway being better than Latrice, and the fact that she was actually able to get one joke off, while Latrice got none. While I can't really fault Latrice for not getting any jokes off based off the way Gio was acting, I still can't save her just based off the fact that Gio was annoying her because Manila was able to do well under the same circumstances. Next up is the episode 4 Improv Challenge. In this episode, there is not a single deviation from the actual judging of the season. Manila and Mo are the top two based off their performances and runways. Valentina is high, Trinity is low, and Latrice and Monet are in the bottom. Mo and Manila lip sync, Mo wins and sends home Latrice. Next up, we have the roast. I decided to keep Manila and Monet as the top two. They both really shined. Mo was a solid third, but I personally didn't find her that funny. Although she was funny, it just wasn't to my tastes. Mo, Naomi, Trinity, and Valentina are in the bottom. Manila and Monet both win the lip sync, but this episode is a non-elimination to set up the return challenge, so no one goes home, although I believe they would both choose Valentina still. Next up, we have episode 6, which is the lip sync Lollapalooza. Trinity and Jasmine lip sync to Peanut Butter. Trinity wins. Valentina and Pheromone lip sync to Kitty Girl. Valentina wins. Naomi and Gia lip sync to Adrenaline. It is a great lip sync, but Naomi clearly wins because Gia, in my opinion, didn't really know the words. Mo and Latrice lip sync to Sissy That Walk. Mo wins, and Latrice returns to the competition. Next up, we have episode 7, which is the Club Design Challenge. I decided to put Latrice and Monet as the top two for this episode. They were each the best in their group, with Manila and Trinity high based off their runways, and the fact that they both did well in the challenge, just not as well as Latrice and Monet. Mo Hart is safe, and Naomi and Valentina are in the bottom. Latrice and Monet lip sync to You Spin Me Round. Monet wins and sends home Valentina. Next up, we have episode 8, which is the makeover. I decided to put Monet and Trinity as the top two, with Naomi as high, and I will explain why. First up, Trinity. I decided to put her in the top based off the outfits being really pageant, regal, and branded well, and the family resemblance and the makeup were all very much there. For Monet, I decided to put her in the top because the outfits were really solid. They were branded well to what Monet's fashion sense has been in previous runways and seasons. While the makeup was not the best it could have been, it's still not as bad as a lot of people made it out to be. And I think her and her makeover partner did the best in the performing, dancing aspect of the challenge, which factors in a bit. For Naomi, as great as she did in this makeover, makeovers are not just about branding, but about branding to your specific drag aesthetic. If you have an opinion on this, please send it in the comments, but I don't understand how Sunny and Cher relate to Naomi's brand at all. I decided to keep Latrice and Manila in the bottom, with Mo Hart as low. Latrice and Manila's makeovers were just lacking all around, while for Mo, I almost put her as safe, but I just felt her makeover had a bit too much going on. Monet and Trinity lip sync to Come Rain or Come Shine. Monet wins and sends home Manila, still changing the All Stars format forever. Next up, we have the episode 9 acting challenge. I will not waste time on this challenge. Mo and Trinity did well all around. Latrice, Naomi, and Monet did not do well. Mo and Trinity win. Latrice, Naomi, and Monet are in the bottom. Mo and Trinity lip sync to When I Think of You. Trinity wins and sends home Latrice. This challenge was awful, and I am not willing to waste time on it. Next up, we have episode 10, which is the finale. For the fan vote, I think everyone does well. Trinity wins. I think Monet gets a lot more support than she originally did for being the one to eliminate Manila, while Naomi might get a little bit less, but still gets a large number of votes. As for track record, first place is Trinity the Tuck. She has 3 wins and 1 bottom, putting her score at 6.33. Second place is Mo Hart with 3 wins and 1 bottom and a score of 5.89. Third place is Monet Exchange with 4 wins and 2 bottoms and a score of 5.67. Naomi is in 4th place. While she has some high placements, she has 3 bottoms, putting her score at 4.33. Based off the performances in the Rumix, fan vote, and season as a whole, I decided to go with Monet and Trinity as the top 2, keeping Mo, Hart, and Naomi in 3rd and 4th place. I decided to keep the double crowning here. I know that is controversial, but I love them both as winners. They both deserved it, and they both proved that on All Winners. Monet had an incredible finale performance, a huge glow up from her previous season, and in this timeline changed the format of All Stars forever. Trinity really embodied a winner on this season. She did great in the challenges. She had a ton of fan support, so I feel justified keeping the double crowning. But on that note, hey, it's redacted. Do you want non-Emmy nominated gay shit? Well then subscribe to Drag Race Rejudged.